Southsiders Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict. Bye up, bye up, bye up. And in Menudo's kind of direct fashion, we're going to get straight into the content of the day. But before we do, let's hit that like and subscribe button. Ding! Put your notification bell on all, so that way you're directed in the direction of the dope content I'm kicking. And I highly appreciate all the support, man. We're going up on this channel, and it's all because of you. And for that, I can say I'm very humbled, man. And I very much so appreciate it, man. Thank you. So, I got pulled up on. Well, not really pulled up on, but I got recognized, right? I got recognized and jammed up behind the Bozo video, right? Right? Damn, Bozo got long reach, right? Out here in Washington, they listen to Bozo. I'm surprised, right? But to be totally honest with you, man, I'm not surprised in the way these guys reacted or my reaction, because at the end of the day, it was what it was. So anyways, yesterday I went on a little trip, and I'm going to be dropping a video on my other channel about that trip, because some crazy shit happened on that trip, right? So as I'm pulling back up in my truck, I realized one of my tires was low. So automatically I thought maybe I hit a nail, screw, whatever, right? And I just put these brand new tires on, these Mickey Thompsons, right? So I'm like, fuck, you know, that shit, I just broke bread like Jesus said, and now I'm going to have to break bread again. So there's a little spot out here I go to. It's a tire shop, right? And I like to get down because they're all paisas, man. They work hard. They get straight to it. So I pulled up like, hey, something's wrong with my tire. Can you guys fix it? They go, hey, we're hella slammed right now. Can you come back like in an hour? So as I'm bullshitting with them, I'm like, all right, I'm trying to figure out how much it's going to cost and whatever. What's wrong with it? I'm like, yeah, I could do that. And as I turn around, a little stuffer's pulling up, right? A stuffer, a little beat up ass stuffer, little yonke, right? It's pulling up, little cutty. But it's slapping or whatever. And I automatically know right from the top when these two kids get out, right? I call them kids because they're youngsters. When they get out, they're Southsiders, right? So they look at me up and down. And one of them, I could tell the recognition in his eyes, right? When he see me, he was like, oh shit, right? So I'm like, all right, it's do or die time. If these fools are going to jam me up on any type of level, then it is what it is. I ain't going nowhere. I mean, this is my spot where I always come to. So you figured me out, right? So anyways, I'm chopping it up with the manager dude, right? He's telling me come back like in an hour. I'm like, cool, all right, I got you. And as I turn around the corner of my car, these fools jump out the whip. They're already standing out there. Some, I don't know, maybe, you know, they're riding on 4 flats or something. One of them hits me up and he's like, hey, bro, are you Gunner from YouTube? And I said, yeah, why, what's up? He was like, yeah, I be watching your channel and shit, bro. He's like, yeah, I be laughing at that shit. That shit's funny. And I was like, oh, yeah, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you for the support and shit. And the other dude's just real quiet, right? Está feo, the other dude. Looked like straight Chewbacca, right? Little short, fat dude, uglier than ever, right? So he's kicking back, just minding his own. And dirty, looks like he'd been working on cars all day. And the other dude's like, hey, bro, can I get at you? Yeah, you can get at me. Why, what's up? He's like, hey, bro, what's up with you going in on my homie Bozo? And so I kind of look at him and I take a defensive stance because I know at a point when he said my homie. See, where I come from, when you say my homie, that means like your personal homeboy. Like, hey, my homie from my water, or my homeboy, you know, my familia. So I'm like, all right, this fool's going to trip. So I'm like, why, what's up? Who sent you? Who sent you, motherfucker, right? So I'm like, what's up, bro? And I was like, yeah, what's up? That's your homie or what? He goes, I mean, I listen to all his music and shit. Yeah, he represents the double S. That's the homie. And I said, well, wait up. Is that your homie, or you just, you know what I mean? You listen to his music. He says, no, I don't know him personally, bro, but you know, hey, he's a double S general. I fuck with him. I said, whoa. Nah, he's not a double S general, bro. He's different, right? And he was like, yeah, bro, I didn't like that video you put out about the little Atwater incident, right? And I said, what video? Because I put a couple of them out. Let me know. And he was like, the one, bro, where you said, is he safe? I said, well, you know, tell you the truth, bro, I don't think he was, right? I don't think he was safe, not from the Northerners or law enforcement. I don't think he was safe from himself. I was hoping that he would get the message. The message was clear, bro. If he goes up there, you know, he's taking a chance, a penitentiary chance at getting involved in something. And why do that when you have a family and you have a bigger fan base in the LA area? Atwater's not really worth your time. It's a small area, bro. And, you know, the cops don't play out there. They'll snatch your ass up. We're talking about the sheriffs, right? The sheriffs don't play. I said, my video wasn't aimed to antagonize or to bring any unwanted eyes or attention to his little bullshit ass fucking concert he was going to throw. my intentions were to let it be known and let him know, a direct message, basically. You know what I'm saying? It's an ugly situation out there. It's not really worth your time to be going out there after you've talked so much shit about Northern California, then to pull up to Northern California and broadcast. It's already broadcasted to everyone in the world. Everyone knows. It's all over Facebook, all over Instagram. All these little youngsters are going back and forth, talking about what they're going to do, what they're not going to do, who's going to do what. So my take on it was, hey, I'm tripping out on this. Hey, your best bet, bro, is to stick to LA, kick back down there, double back, you know. But whatever. He was like, yeah, bro, he's feeling some type of way about it. I said, well, he called you and told you or what? He said, nah, bro, but I heard him on the internet saying this and that. I said, hey, the internet says a lot of things, bro. Don't believe everything you hear. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do you believe fucking I'm 6'2"? Because I'm not. I'm only 6 foot, right? So I could tell he was getting a little frustrated with my answers, but I was in a situation where I already sized it up. Like, hey, there's 2 of them. There's 1 of me. I'm not tripping off the north-south issue. They're not even bringing the north-south issue up because I'm not active. But if they choose to get active, man, I'm gonna get off. You know what I mean? I got to do what I got to do. I'm not looking for no trouble, but at the same time, I'm not running away from it. It is what it is. You know, when you're backed into a corner, it's called the fight or flight. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to do both. I'm going to take flight and fight. So it just is what it is. Like I said, man, I'm not no tough guy. I don't proclaim to be. But they're talking about me they're talking to me about a situation where it's like, okay, all right, well, fuck it then. If you feel some type of way because you're a fan of this guy's music and you want to defend him, well, fuck it. Say something about DMX and watch me get off, right? So I started to run him down. I said, let me explain the situation a little bit more intricate, bro, so that way you understand. Now, I'm not explaining myself because at the end of the day, it just is what it is. If you're feeling some type of way about me, there's nothing I can do to stop you or change your mind. You know, that's just part of the program, man. I made my bed, I'm going to lay in it, right? But at the same time, I want you to know exactly what you're getting yourself into and over what type of situation. So I explained to him, I said, bro, you listen to Southsider music. That's all I listen to. I said, that's right, man. I respect it. I listen to some Southsider music too. I listen to Norteño music, Holmes. I listen to fucking all hip hop, right? And I said, you know, prior to YouTube and social media, have you ever heard of Bozo? He goes, nah, bro. I got on when I started watching videos and he was on No Jumper and this and that. And that put me up on game. I said, exactly. This Vato's not mainstream like you think. He's local. He's regional, Humps. He's only in that area, right? I said his music doesn't smell like shit or taste like shit, I'm sure, right? I don't know what shit tastes like, but it ain't does shit, you know? He's never someone that would be on anyone's radar if fucking he wasn't on social media basically stomping in his steel toes headed for the murder show. He's trying to set up, you know, and push his product, and I ain't mad at him for doing it. I respect it. I respect his hustle. I respect his Bozo hustle. But at the same time, man, you know, him being compared to these rappers like he's like very prominent, bro. I don't get that a lot, right? You know, this Vato's confused with his ethnicity and all kinds of different things. So anyways, the youngster was like, yeah, bro, but he's active and he's feeling some type of way. And I said, let me explain active to you, bro. I said, are you active? He said, hell yeah, I'm active. I said, you know, you're doing an active move right now by defending your cause and your homeboy, your supposed homeboy. But at the same time, bro, you're defending someone who wouldn't give a fuck about you, okay? You're also defending a dude who brings a lot of the bullshit to himself, puts it on his own plate, man, and then expects others to clean it up for him. I said, that's fine. If you really feel that determined about this guy and he's such a good rapper that you want to defend his honor, I mean, bro, there's nothing I can tell you, but I'm right here, you know? I'm just trying to get my tire fixed, but at the same time, bro, it ain't nothing to bounce a few heads off some tires. Facts, right? Again, I wasn't trying to be a tough guy. I was just keeping it real the way it was. I started to also explain to him that, you know, I don't have no ill will or no feelings towards Bozo one way or the other. In fact, he's obsolete in my life. I don't pay attention to him too much. You know, I'm not an attention whore. I don't need attention from strangers to make me feel good about myself. I do what I do for a positive notion. I also do what I do for monetary gain, and I do what I do as a therapeutic thing for me, man, to put my stories out there and have a good time, right? That's how I conduct myself with a case of professionalism, with a comedic flair, right? And most people like it. He goes, nah, don't get it twisted, bro. I fuck with your channel. I like your stuff, bro. I'm not tripping off the north-south issues or none of that. He said, me, more so I'm just saying, hey, that's a homeboy from the Double S, and I felt like you disrespected him. I said, well, hey, here's the news flash, bro. I've disrespected a lot of people from the Double S, from the NS, from blacks, whites, or a lot of people have felt that way in the past. The truth of the matter is, bro, that's not me. I do nothing to disrespect anyone. I do everything to keep it real, right? No added preservatives, no cut. There's no cut in my shit. And I told him, we're talking about a concert, bro, that this guy is proclaiming 300 tickets were sold, and there's no verification for that. There was never even no link to buy tickets. There wasn't no fucking tickets sold. It wasn't a sold out concert. Come on now, bro. This was in my neck of the woods, in my backyard. Believe me, I'll tell you, man, hey, if them fucking Atwater had a big ass venue and it was cracking, I'd be like, ooh, that shit's gonna be popping out there, right? I've never had a derogatory thing to say about anyone pulling up to Northern California, Southern California. To tell you the truth, it pays me no never mind, or I make it no never mind, because at the end of the day, I don't even live in California anymore. So whatever they choose to do and how they perform and everything, more power to them. As long as the raza's getting money, I ain't mad at it, right? At the end of the day, I will say this, though. When it comes to Bozo, I just think his shenanigans and the way he disrespects Norteños and even fellow Southsiders, you know, he has to be called on his bullshit. And if I'm going to be that one and other content creators are going to be that one, then let it be that way. You know, we're not confused with thinking this Vato is something more than he is. I understand, man, he's in a situation where he's in good standings. Active? No. Good standings? Yes. And I appreciate it and respect it. But you can't sit there and talk all that high power shit when you never hit a 4-yard or you've never conducted yourself in that type of manner. When you've only been on a 2-yard, 1-yard, 2-yard, we respect that. Being in prison's in prison, and prison doesn't make you a man. But at the same time, you can't talk that high power shit like you were on a 180 doing life, man. Because that was never the case, right? Just like I can't, because that was never the case. I was never doing life or anything like that, man. I did what I did on the yards that I conducted myself on, and it was what it was, man. You know, there's a big discrepancy with people getting into other people's politics and throwing the word DO or dropout around. You know, I heard Bozo, the dropout channel's this, the dropout channel's that. You know, who's really the comadres, though? Because there's a lot of channels, I won't say they're active, because active vatos wouldn't be on the internet. We'll just say that, right? I know enough to know that, right? But channels in good standings, I guess. Listen to what we're saying. YouTube channels in good standings, right? Are on a lot of comadre shit themselves. There's a lot of, you know, just like Bozo, hey, you need to stick to helping people build their credit and helping people get jobs. And you too, Bozo, you too as well. You know, I heard the stories about stabbing Northerners and about being in prison and about gangbanging and disrespecting Swifty Blue and disrespecting Criminal and disrespecting all these different type of individuals. And at the same time, you double back and say, everyone feels sorry for me because my 300-person concert that sold out didn't happen because a few channels said this and that. The fact of the matter is, it didn't happen because you couldn't afford to make it happen. That's just the truth, man. No disrespect, just real. Let's be pura. So I explained all these different situations to these kids, right? Or this one. The other one, like I said, was on poste. He was just on standby. I knew that if something happened, he would get off too. And I was prepared for that, right? I had a left with his name written all over it. I had a lefty gunplay for him. But the righty gunplay was focused on this guy. And I more wanted to do so. At least if we're going to fight or they were going to get off on me and jump me all because of some bullshit, I at least wanted to get my voice out there and explain to myself. I wasn't trying to talk myself out of a fight or out of a situation, because to tell you the truth, I never really felt threatened. I didn't feel that they were taking that type of stance. I felt they were asking for interpretation and understanding. And I gave them that understanding. And quietly as it's kept, we shook biceps, took a picture, and it was all good, man. Now, a lot of situations can become avoided with communication. When there's a lack of communication, that's when shit gets hectic. There was no way I was going to lose my freedom over Bozo. If this Vato was going to fight me, if these Vatos were going to trip, it was going to be over something I did personally to them or something that they don't like about me on a personal tip. Maybe I was ugly. Maybe my chorra just was too big and they could see it through my pants. I don't know what it was, but there was something about me that was going to make that shit happen. As far as Bozo, we were that irrelevant ass conversation was held and disregarded immediately, as quick as it was held. And there's no disrespect towards Bozo. Again, like I say, man, it's just, I don't feel that what he says is truth, man. I don't feel that I think sometimes He comes from a place of hatred. That's just like myself and Dubs. We do a lot of videos together, man. A lot of content. We work behind the scenes together on helping each other produce content, make things better, you know. And I get a lot of hate in that situation. I get a lot of, hey, guns that drop out, guns this, Dubs, why do you fuck with them? This and that, this and that. And most of the guys that I get the hatred from, they're coming at me just because I'm from Northern California. It's that north and south shit. Because really at the end of the day, man, if you open your eyes and you see the situation, we're just two grown men on our grown man shit, trying to make some feria and trying to speak some real life issues. You know, it ain't even about north or south or even about that, but people make that a situation. I'm very happy to say that these youngsters didn't take it there. If they would have disrespected the north in my presence and all that, and again, I'm no longer a norteño, but I would have called them on it. Like, hey, bro, don't disrespect to me. There's vatos that are right here in this area, guaranteed, homes, right down the street that you can go get at. Do it over there. And I would say the same thing to the norteños, man. Hey, don't disrespect the south side in my presence. It has nothing to do with me, bro. All it does, it shows a lack of character, a lack of professionalism, and a lack of class. And really, homes, if you're active and you're really about the business, well, there's business to be handled right there 2 blocks away. I'm right here trying to get my shit fixed at a tire shop, bro. It is what it is. If you're mad at me about my channel, if you're mad at me about being a YouTuber, if you feel I conduct myself in any form or fashion that's unbecoming to what you got going on, get off where you're mad at. If not, bro, I respect you. I respect the raza, and I'm going to keep it pushing. And it was all good. It was all good, but I did get jammed up on Bozo's behalf, which is crazy, right? I was surprised vatos from out here even knew who Bozo was. But, you know, the internet's wild, and people believe the internet. They believe everything they hear. You know, you can't, it's funny that these guys will say something on the internet, and their backup is, well, I'm active, I'm still solid, so you got to automatically believe everything I say because I'm in good standings. Wait, if I just say some tacos de lengua, that mean a whole lot more to me than Bozo, right? At the end of the day, you know, Bozo could be a legend in his own mind and a Southside general, and I respect the Sur. But this vato, he's looking for a person to blame. He's looking for a person to point the finger at. And I ain't going to be that one. Because, you know, I've always been held accountable for my actions and what I do. It's just the type of person I am. I hold myself accountable. I'm a real one, right? But at the end of the day, if I'm guilty of something, I admit it. There's no one that could deny that on YouTube that I don't admit when I'm in the wrong, right? Or I don't apologize when I make a mistake or say something out of the ordinary. It's a fact. I double back. I give the respect that I should have given in the first place. And that's that, man. You live and you learn, right? But there was no way I'm going to let Bozo's shenanigans and lies impact what I got going on, my freedom and all that. So anyways, quietly as it's kept, yeah, I did get ran up on about Bozo. Not necessarily ran up on, walked up on, pulled to the side. Vatos got at me. And at the end of the day, they were just like, hey, Holmes, you know, to tell you the truth, we don't even fuck with the Vatos music too tough. It's just that he represents the double S and all that. I said, I understand about all the double S and all that. Believe me, I've been doing time with Vatos from the double S before you were born, right? Facts. Real ones. You know, I respect Bozo's get down. What I don't respect is the fact that he's constantly trying to belittle the North or belittle dudes from the North. And I think that's why he was so heavy-handed when it came to my situation and basically pointing blame at me and several others. You notice all these channels that he pointed at were Northern channels. The Northern dropout channels. Didn't say nothing about other Vatos that were speaking his name or saying the same exact thing we were saying, right? It's just a trip. At the end of the day, man, I'm going to tell you guys facts right here above fiction. Fact is, Atwater's very small. Fact is, there was no venue for him. Maybe a Rico's Pizza. The fact is, he didn't sell 300 tickets. The fact is, $13,000, $13,500 would have had to get split 20 ways. The fact is, that concert was never going to happen because the money wasn't right. And the fact is, man, Bozo be bullshitting the gente. With that being said, respect to Bozo. After saying that, I'm just telling the truth, man. Now you tell some truth. Let's keep it real. Don't blame me because your little old itty bitty concert at Panda Express didn't work out. Because in real life, bro, there's been several Southsiders that have went up north to do concerts, and I've been all for it with respect. I get so much hatred from Northern California because they feel I'm defending people like Bozo, Lefty Gunplay, and several other Southsiders. At the end of the day, I'm defending the brown man. Not North or South, homes. See, I've been through all that. I've been through that guerra. I did what I had to do. I played my intricate piece to that puzzle. And now at the end of the day, man, I'm pushing for the brown man. So I want to see everyone prosper, North and South. And that's why I push for unity, because I know that they can make a bigger bag together. Will that ever happen? That's up to them and their activities. One thing that will never happen is me losing my life for freedom behind Bozo, because that's just some Bozo shenanigans. With that being said, thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment of all people. Hey, shout out to those little individuals. I know they're going to watch this, man, that ran up or questioned me, to, basically upon Bozo. Respect, bro. Respect, like I told them to their face. Respect for that, for holding it down, for what you believe in. But do your homework, little homies. Zavalto ain't that serious, man. He's a good dude, I guess, for those that know him. And I've never heard him, I've heard some intelligence come out of his mouth. But at the same time, when it comes to Bozo, man, I think he's just looking for a scapegoat. And I ain't the one.